Hello, I'm inventor Dan Zen, and I'd like to take you through the code for Robin, a Flash PHP multi-user system, available at robinflash.wordpress.com. There is an introduction video that you should watch first that shows these samples in action, and we're going to take a look at what's in the download. So here's the download files. You get a bunch of PHP files which you put on the server and run the admin, and that's it for the sort of the PHP side that's talked about in the intro video. We have sample files, 3 sample Flash files, and sample document classes for those. So we're going to take a look at float chat and its document class. Before we do, here's the COM folder, and in the COM folder a danzen folder which has 3 packages in it. Utilities is where we find Robin, but you'll need to make sure that all of that is in your class path, and that's detailed in the README and in the documents. The Robin file, you need to put in a domain name for your server without the http:// as detailed there. So that's one thing you need to do to set up here on the Flash side. Now let's take a look. Here's a float chat in Flash. It lets you do a simple chat, and its document class is right here in the samples package, the document class for float chat. We need to import com.danzen.utilities.robin as sort of outlined. And then there's how to do various things here. And these expand out. So receiving properties, for instance, that one is currently expanded. And so that's fairly complete documentation on introductions, setting properties, latest values, getting properties, etc. You'll need to make sure that these classes are also available. That's just supporting the float chat and some of the other things. And we make a private variable called myRobin, which is of data type Robin, to hold our Robin object. And in our constructor, we say myRobin equals a new Robin. We pass it the name of the application, how many people are allowed in each room. So if one person comes along, that's fine, they're in a room. 2 people, yeah. 3 people, fine, they're in that same room. But the 4th person is now in a new room. And so is the 5th and 6th, and then the 7th and 8th in a different room yet. True means if somebody leaves, what happens to the next person? Does the next person fill in where they've left? That's what true means. So true fills in the holes in the rooms. Whereas if it's false, it just goes to the next room. And some initialization properties, so you can initialize properties. Now how Robin works is you set your own properties, and then you get to read everybody else's properties. There's an event to find out when we connect. We'll call init, and there's an event when we get data from Robin as data is passed back and forth, and we'll call receive data. So let's see what's in those methods. Here's the init. First thing we're doing is putting the history property of our Robin object into the message field, and that if we've got a chat, that will sort of bring in what people have already been chatting about and populate it. You can get the history property, but it doesn't change. It's only given to you once at the beginning, and then it will be up to you to keep track of any further history, because of course you keep track of what everybody's saying, so it's probably not going to be needed. We also have an event that if Robin closes by accident, or the server goes down or something, then we'll call a restart function. Here's our send text. This happens when we click a button. When we click the button, we just make sure there's a name in the mytext.text property. And then we can set our name and our text, send that off to Robin through the set properties method. That sends multiple properties passed through as an object. So there's the object literal, and we've got 2 properties and their values being sent through set properties. You could do them individually, myRobin.setProperty name and current name with a single set property, but that would send 2 different updates if we had to do both the name and the text, and we don't want 2 updates. We want to set all the properties at once. There are other methods too that you can look at that are detailed up at top in the text there. We also want to send our message to the history file on the server. So myrobin.append to history, and we've made a little message variable up here that puts their current name and their text and a \n. So that just gets written to a file, and that is the history file that new people coming along will see. So you want your message to be in that history file. When we receive data, this means that somebody has sent or made an update. What we do is we check to make sure that there's a name in what we're receiving. And if so, then we say the message.text we're going to append plus equals myrobin.getSenderProperty, and we ask for the name property. So that gets the sender's name property, and we append or concatenate onto that the myrobin.getSenderProperty text and a \n. So that's us receiving the property, or the text property and the name property, from the server. You can also get a list of all the properties that that were sent, and you can get other. There are other methods that receive data, such as the latest, the last value of a property, and that last value operates like the shared remote object in Flash. And does things like a shared ball, for instance. So there's an example, the shared ball example, that will show you how to use that. But the real power is in the unique control, the fact that we can uniquely get what people are storing. So this is Robin, the Flash PHP multi-user code, and it's available at robinflash.wordpress.com. If you do use Robin, then please take a look at the left and add your link, or if you're reviewing it, etc. If you're using it for commercial purposes, it would be great if you could donate. That'd be super. And you can also take a look at the other Flash Feather series of advanced interface classes. I'm inventor Dan Zen. All the best.